Here we go once again, family. We're at Victor's Vintage headquarters, and I'm over here working on the '62 Chevy Apache, preparing it for a car show this weekend. Yeah. So the last time I did a video, I was preparing it for another car show, and there's a car show again this weekend. So it's been about 2 weeks between shows. At the last time I did work on the truck, I worked on the carburetor and cleaned it up, changed the gaskets, a rebuild, yeah, you call it. And but when I put it back together, well, what I did, I changed the power valve. It had a 6.5 power valve. I went to a 3.5. I wanted to put a 4.5 in it, but I didn't have a 4.5 at the time, so I put a 3.5, which I had. And it had 74 jets in it. No, 72 jets in the front. And I can't remember in the back, about 80 something in the back. And which is the factory jetting. But this carburetor was intended for a boat application. So now we're on a supercharged automotive type deal. But when I did the carburetor and road tested it last time, I had an issue. It was coughing, sneezing. Well, I guess it's a little lean. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go from 72 jets to 76. I'm gonna go up 4 numbers, and I'm gonna change the power valve from the 3.5 to a 4.5, and that should take care of the coughing and sneezing. Um, I was intended on changing the limited slip. The limited slip is worn. It's only pulling one tire. But I had all the part, but because of the show, the parts been unordered, and I didn't reach in time, so I had to go and put back the old unit back in the truck just to be able to make it to the show. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. Little fine tuning on the truck. Then I have this. I had a Model A I'm gonna fool around with. Has an exhaust leak from the gasket, manifold gasket. I'm gonna check in the parts bin, make sure we have the gasket first, and I'll take it apart, change the gasket out. That'll be that for that. And yeah, stay tuned. It's my little jet kit right here. All the different jet sizes. So I'm gonna go with 76s, which should be in here. I'm gonna go with that. I have the power valve somewhere in another kit. So yeah, it's funny. I've been making all these videos. I haven't posted anything on YouTube as yet, but I'm new to the YouTube. So when I get time, I'm gonna sit down. I have a lot of videos already with a lot of content on my phone. So I just gotta figure out how to upload everything. I have to learn how to edit. And I'm not really a phone person, but I'm gonna make up my mind one day and just go through it, do what I have to do, and yeah, hopefully it works out. Hopefully the channel will be, entertaining, informative. Uh, yeah. So on a previous video, I was talking about another carburetor job I did, spraying the gaskets with WD-40. Even though the gaskets are already non-stick, I still recommend that you spray WD on them for this very reason, like just in case you have to go back in the carburetor, you don't tear the gasket. 'Cause even though they're non-stick, sometimes they do stick, sometimes they don't. But with a double D sprayed on them, that's it's like extra insurance that they don't stick, because I'm here in Jamaica, and if I was to tear a gasket, there's no one in the island, on the island I know of, that sells gaskets for Harley carburetor. And I don't have any spares. So for me, it's very important that I, preserve these gaskets. And yeah, worked out good. So I'm gonna go in there, change up the jets, change up the power valve, put it back together. Did a hydro boost conversion on it. That came out pretty good. Only problem was the pedals a little high, so at a later date I'm gonna just try to make the brake rod adjustable, so it can lower the brake pedal a little bit. Other than that, she's working beautiful. So yeah, that's my little daily right there. So yeah, this is Mandeville, Jamaica, Mandeville, Manchester, on the island of Jamaica. These are the classic cars that I'm involved with, and that I have built from the ground up. This one I built from the ground up. Was a nice project, very interesting. Learned a lot from this project. Did the wiring, engine, transmission, rear end, everything on the truck is brand spanking new. Not one single bolt, nut washer that's used on here. Everything's brand new. Brand new body mounts. Brand new everything. Yeah, that's the interior. It has MSD boost retard, MSD 6 BTM, blaster HVC coil in the dash. Little Hertz shifter. Got some junk in it. These are seats. I don't know what brand it is, but it's RCI Racing Hornets. Aftermarket tilt steering wheel. Gas tank been relocated in the bed. That seat there belongs to the 26 Chevy over there. Just put it on the back of this truck just to store it. Yeah, so that's a gas tank right there. Yeah. Aftermarket tilt steering wheel. Aftermarket dash, odometer gauges. Yeah. Bucket seats, racing harness. Truck's never been to the track. I don't think it's gonna ever go to the track. It's more of a show truck. But yeah. So the motor would be Chevy 350, 30 over. So it's a 355 with a little baby B&M blow on it. And the carburetor is I think it's a 750 CFM. Might be slighter because it's a marine application. I think it's slightly bigger. And aluminum heads, Edelbrock aluminum RPM heads on it. Flat top forged pistons. The forward main block. The crank, I think it's a cast crank and cast regular GM rods in it. Which I had a motor like this. I built a while ago. I built pretty much basically the same style. Well, we did a lot of street racing with it with nitrous, and it was unbeatable on the street. So this motor to me is like, it's have a little sentimental memory to it because yeah, that motor was one of my best street combination I ever had. It was unbeatable. They worked. Blows with nitrous is a very powerful combination because these small blowers, the blowers I had on the motor was a little bit bigger. It was I think a 176. This is a 144. But it was still anemic. It runs out of air early. At about 4,000, it would stop pulling. But with the nitrous carried it out pretty far. Took it out to like 6,000, 6,500, where it made, it wasn't really high horsepower, but a tremendous amount of torque, which is what it's all about. Torque. Torque is king. So on the dyno, that particular motor made like 750 foot-pounds of torque at like a ridiculous 4,000 RPM. And it was in a 1970 Monte Carlo, which is pretty heavy. And that car at the track would run like 10 O's, 10 20s. But back in that time, that was pretty quick. And it was virtually unbeatable on the street because it'll run that on the track. And when it runs at the track, it'll run on the street. It hooks. It would hook really well. Traction with no issue with that car. We'll leave with the wheels in the air. So that was one of my favorite combos. And this motor reminds me of that setup so much. So this motor is like really special to me. All right, folks. So let me cut it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the work that I have to do on this truck. Get it ready. Get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, I don't really show a lot of the work that I'm performing hands-on because I only have my phone and I'm not good at multitasking. I'm not good at holding the phone and working at the same time. And a lot of the stuff they have on YouTube anyway that you can see the work being performed. I just like to just show the vehicle that I work on and the type of work that I do. And yeah, maybe in the future when I get a little bit better, maybe I'll have the equipment where I could have a real camera set up and actually do the work and record it. All right, fam, for now, I'm out. Thank you for watching.